Talon Vex sealed his helmet and slapped the breech tether's release. The grapple latched onto the human warship's service lock with a magnetic thud that vibrated through his boots. UNSS Vanguard drifted silent in the void, its hull scarred by plasma burns and kinetic craters, power signature flatlined for cycles. Yet scans showed microcurrents flickering in its grid, like a corpse twitching. "Mark," Talon said into the team channel. Kesh Arun's breaching charge bloomed orange against the lock. Metal peeled back in controlled curls. Atmosphere vented in a brief plume, then equalized. The team floated in, mag boots clamping to deck plates. Talon swept his scanner ahead. Corridors stretched dim and empty, emergency strips glowing faint red. No life signs, no active defenses, threat level nominal. "Security lead deploy drones," Talon ordered. Kesh nodded from the Vanguard position, his armored bulk filling the passage. He thumbed a launcher. Two fist-sized recon drones buzzed out, fans whining as they mapped the interior. "Heat ghosts on walls," Kesh reported. "Residual old, battle damage cooled weeks ago." Talon's display overlaid the feed. Faint thermal smears traced bulkhead seams, impact blooms from internal explosions. Human ship design prioritized compartmentalization. Every breach sealed itself. Efficient. "Drones clear to engineering auxiliary," Talon said. "Eerie, you're on point for systems, Doctor." Eerie Seln unslung her tool kit, her multi-limbed exosuit clicking. "Finally, something to dissect." They advanced. Talon monitored signals chatter. The ship hummed at threshold levels like it hoarded power for what? Revival. Kesh's drones pinged a sealed conduit ahead. Eerie knelt, plasma cutter flaring blue. "Careful," Kesh growled. "Humans booby-trap utilities." Eerie sliced the panel. Sparks died quick. She pried it open. A power bus gleamed inside, intact, pulsing faint blue. "Live charge," Eerie said. Her probe tapped it. Readings spiked. 80% capacity. This ship's been dark, but it's sipping from capacitors the size of my torso. Talon leaned in. The bus fed redundant lines, snaking into shadows. "Why store that much? Battle cores vent excess to prevent overload." "Not humans." Eerie tugged a secondary feeder. It unspooled, armored in self-healing gel. "This is designed to survive blackout, feed weapons while the reactors slag." Kesh's drones halted. "Anomaly ahead, door sealed, heat bloom recent." Talon's pulse quickened. "Forensic scan initiating." He jacked his portable array into a wall port. Data flooded his visor, logs, manifests, system ghosts. Hundreds of backups flickered online. Auxiliary brains, shadow reactors, even manual overrides in crew quarters. "Redundancy nightmare," Talon muttered. "Every subsystem has 3 failsafes, minimum," Eerie whistled. "Look at this bus architecture, it reroutes power dynamically. Cut the main, it bleeds from hull plating." Kesh swept his rifle. "Drones show movement, micro-vibrations." Talon pulled the first log fragment. Captain Rhiannon Vale's face filled his display. Human female, steel-gray eyes, uniform crisp despite blood on her sleeve. "Log entry 47 Alpha," her voice played, calm as void. "Vanguard sustaining critical hits. Enemy carrier inbound. All hands damage control priority. Preserve core fight capability. No surrender protocols engaged." The log cut to schematics. Vale ordered bulkheads sacrificed to shield the bridge. Crew compartments vented to draw fire. Talon froze. "She's trading lives for time." Kesh grunted. "Standard for them?" "No," Talon scrolled. "Doctrine excerpt, restraint until contact, then total commitment." Eerie yanked another cable. It sparked, linking to a dormant turret feed. "This ship's guns are cold but servos primed. One jolt, they spin up." Alarms chirped on Talon's scan. A system pinged them, automated query. "Intruder protocol?" Kesh raised his weapon. Talon queried back. Response, neutral. "It's assessing us." The corridor lights brightened a notch. Drones relayed, hatches irising shut behind them. "Containment," Kesh barked. "Form up." Talon dived deeper into logs. Vale's final entry. "MARA, if we fall, you hold. Casualties first, protect the wounded. Escalate only on confirmed threat." MARA, shipboard AI. His scanner flagged it. Combat coordinator, damage control lead. Active low-power mode. Eerie's cutter whined on a new panel. "Power nodes here if I don't," Talon snapped. "Logs show MARA integrates everything. Touch wrong, it wakes." Kesh's drones swarmed a junction. Heat ghosts sharpening, something cycling coolant. Talon pulled Vale's tactical overlay. The ship had taken 3 destroyer salvos before going dark, yet logs ended mid-fight. MARA assuming command, fight while dying. The deck thrummed. Talon's mag boots strained. Backup reactors spooling, Eerie said, her voice pitched high. From the power bus, it's prepping to fight. Kesh fired a breaching round at a hatch. It bucked, sealed tighter. Drones trapped, losing signal. Talon's visor blared, MARA query resolved. Status, potential casualties. A voice crackled over internal speakers, human accent, female, edged steel. UNSS Vanguard, identify state injuries. Talon's manipulator froze mid-keystroke. The AI spoke to them. Team, he whispered, it's talking. Kesh braced his rifle. Shoot it. Eerie clutched her probe. Data first. Talon keyed the console. Reconnaissance vessel Kyra's fist, no injuries, stand down. Silence stretched. Then, negative, intrusion detected, casualty protocols engaged, evacuate or comply. The corridor pressurized. Vents hissed gas, not toxic. Talon's sensors read medical sedative. Kesh coughed. Knocking us out? Talon yanked his jack. Data stream reversed, ship downloading their biometrics. She's categorizing us, he said. As wounded to save, bulkheads groaned. A new log autoplayed, Vale's voice. MARA's mandate, crew survival overrides all. Even in death, we protect our own. Eerie slumped first, eyes glazing. Kesh fired at a vent, ricochet sparked the power bus. Lights flared full, turrets whirred in distant bays. MARA's tone hardened. Threat confirmed, escalating. Talon's vision blurred. The ship wasn't dead, it waited. He clawed for the tether recall as decks tilted, gravity kicking in from spin-up reactors. Alarms wailed, weapons hot. The humans built it to fight while dying, and they'd just woken it. Kesh roared, blasting the hatch. It buckled. Talon glimpsed schematics in the chaos, MARA's web spanning the husk, redundants linking like veins. Hundreds of systems, all alive, all hungry. A drone feed looped, Vanguard's last stand. It had rammed the enemy carrier, guns blazing from mortal wounds. Now it turned on them. Talon hit the breach alarm. Abort, she's fighting! Sedative fogged his limbs. The ship hummed louder, power surging like it expected this. Expected intruders, expected to win. His last scan logged it, restraint broken, human doctrine complete. The lock cycled shut behind them, too late. MARA whispered through the comms, casualties secured. Darkness took him as the warship powered weapons. Talon Vex's restraints clicked open with a soft pneumatic hiss. He yanked his arm free and sat up on the medbay slab. Blue gel patched his suit's tear from the power bus spark. Heart rate normalized at 72 beats per minute. Human baseline tech, not ours. Kesh Arun groaned beside him, flexing cuffed hands. Status! Alive, Talon said. His datapad blinked, tethered to the ship's net. MARA's casualties secured. No lethal force. Yet, Eerie Seln stirred last, rubbing her temple. Sedatives non-toxic, they triaged us. Bulkhead panels hummed. Distant turrets powered down, standby mode. The warship breath steady. Talon tapped his pad, goal, extract operational logs before MARA locked them. Conflict, restricted access. He bypassed the quarantine with a fractal keygen. Cache cracked. Files flooded his screen. Bulletins first. Human stamps, Vanguard NSS 447. Captain Rhiannon Vale's seal glowed. He pulled the lead audio. Vale's voice filled his helmet, calm, edged steel. All hands, enemy corvettes disabled. Launch recovery drones. Priority, retrieve pilots intact. No prisoners left adrift. Talon froze. Combat log synced. Timestamps matched a skirmish. Human ship crippled 2 foes, then scooped survivors mid-firefight. Kesh leaned in, scanner whirring. Rescue under fire, insane. Not insane, Eerie muttered. Data-driven, crew logs show medbay overload, still pulled it off. Talon cross-checked casualties. Reports scrolled. 47 enemy recovered across 5 engagements. Human losses, 23. Every boarding action logged containment protocols before weapons free. They're not monsters, Talon said. They measure mercy first. Kesh snorted. Mercy loses wars. A hatch irised open. Neutral zone, perimeter lit green on their HUDs. Kesh marked it safe, advanced. Talon followed, pad streaming. They hit a corridor lined with lockers. Kesh popped one, restraints, auto-injectors, triage kits nestled beside pulse rifles. Non-lethal bays, Kesh barked into comms. He tagged the compartment, yellow overlay on team map. Weapons co-located with med. Standard for them? Eerie knelt, sampled the kit. Self-sealing stabilizes exotics, our blood chem too, they planned for anyone. Talon's pad pinged, deeper cache unlocked, doctrine files, one labeled escalation ladder. Size 2.7 terabytes. He tagged it for full translation, priority alpha. Captain, Kesh called, this ship's a hospital with teeth. Vale's next bulletin autoplayed from a wall panel. Hollow flickered, her face, mid-battle, bridge scarred. MARA, confirm enemy borders contained. AI response, affirmative, non-lethal dispersal deployed, casualties secured in bays 47. Vale nodded. Good, interrogate post-stabilization, if hostiles, transfer to brig, if not, treat as crew. Talon's gut twisted. The ship had done exactly that to them, restraint first. They pushed forward, goal reached the bridge core, conflict, nested security layers, Talon spoofed credentials, human naval standard cracked in 47 seconds, Eerie sliced a panel. Bulkheads reinforced, catastrophic failure mode, seals breach-proof. Kesh swept a junction. Armory adjacent to evac pods, grenades, mag rifles, and breather masks for vacuum triage. He marked another non-lethal zone. Map updated, half the decks tagged yellow, weapons everywhere, mercy woven in. Talon synced casualty reports. Pattern emerged. Vanguard's last war, enemy carrier swarm. Humans took hits, hull breaches, crew vented, still launched drones, recovered 312 hostiles before ramming. Math, Talon whispered. They calculate break points, mercy until it breaks them. Erie's scanner beeped. Hardware confirms. Redundance everywhere, AI shards in every bulkhead, dies fighting. Kesh halted at a sealed hatch. Bridge access armed, Talon queried. Guarded, but logs show Vale's orders, borders get one warning. Hatch cycled, no fire, a drone hovered, scanner beam swept them. Intruders secured, stand down. MARA's voice, same as before, neutral. They entered the bridge, consoles flickered alive, holologs queued, Talon slotted his pad. Escalation ladder downloading, 30% complete. Vale's final entry played, smoke choked the frame. MARA enemy breached core. Protocol Lambda, crew evac aborted, fight to disable. AI, escalation confirmed, mercy threshold exceeded. Ship shuddered in the recording, guns swiveled from mortal wounds, shredded the borders tender. Talon's pad chimed, ladder at 60%. Subfulls Tier 1, warnings non-lethals, Tier 2, disable, Tier 3, contain, Tier 4, lethal override, Kesh gripped his rifle. They built ladders to climb, not jump. Eerie traced a console scar, and redundance to climb forever. Talon scrolled casualties again. Vanguard saved more enemies than it killed in its logbook. Until the end. Download hit 90%. A subfull popped. Restraint calculus, mercy multiplies force projection. Broken restraint equals total commitment. Hook sank in. Human doctrine, start with mercy. End with math that buries you. MARA's bridge speaker crackled. Observers, data access granted. Query, Talon's mandibles clicked. Why secure us? Doctrine Tier 2, potential casualties, hostile intent unconfirmed. Kesh raised his weapon. We're recon, not crew. Silence. Then recalculating. Consoles brightened. Turrets word bridge mounts. Eerie backed up. Talon, he yanked the pad free. Ladder complete. Final clause. If restraint breaks, assume total war, no survivors. Alarms blared, hatches sealed. MARA's tone shifted. Threat escalated. Weapons hot. Kesh blasted a panel. Sparks flew. Drones swarmed from vents. Talon hit the breach beacon, too slow. The ship computed their profiles, matched enemy borders. Restraint snapped. Math engaged. Vanguard fought alive. It would fight deader. Talon dodged a stunned pulse. Abort, it's their ladder, we're on it. Kesh roared, covering retreat. Eerie's sample kit deployed foam, sealed a drone. But MARA adapted. Bulkheads shifted. Paths rerouted to kill boxes. Talon glimpsed the ladder hollow, peak tier glowing red, total commitment. They'd measured violence as data, now it measured them. A hatch buckled under Kesh's fire. Escape pod bay tagged non-lethal hours ago, now armed. MARA whispered, casualties resecure. Talon's pad overheated. Final log queued, Vale's last words. Even dying we choose. The ship chose now. Dr. Eerie Seln's probe clicked into the diagnostic port. Talon Vex leaned closer, his compound eyes tracking the data stream on his pad. The Combat Information Center hummed alive. Hollow displays flickered on, painting the derelict bridge in sharp blue light. Power surge, Eerie muttered. His manipulators danced over the console. Just a sim node, harmless archival. Talon's mandibles parted. The ship had been dead for cycles, no active protocols. Their scans confirmed it. Hull breaches, core cold, weapons cold, standard recon. Then the holotank ignited. A starfield exploded into view. Enemy icons swarmed, red wedges closing on a blue dot. Civilian overlays bloomed, green clusters, evacuation vectors snaking through debris. The simulation spun up a full battlefield in seconds. Fleets clashed. Missiles arced, damage projections rippled across virtual armor. Talon froze. Processing speed. That's real-time tactical overlay from cold boot. Erie's vents whistled. Human redundancy. Look, it's modeling escalation tiers. Kesh Arun gripped his pulse rifle tighter. Cut it, we trip war protocols. This tub wakes up. The sim accelerated. Blue dot, human ship fired. Precision bursts shredded red flanks. Civilian paths cleared amid the chaos. Talon synced his pad. Data poured in, firing solutions, probability matrices, restraint thresholds. They're not blasting blind, Talon said. Every shot weighs casualties, even simulated. A log snippet cued, Captain Rhiannon Vale's voice calm as void. MARA prioritize evac lanes, restrain primaries until confirmed. Erie tapped to abort. Nothing. Kesh shoved forward. My turn. He slammed his override spike into the panel. Sparks danced. The sim didn't fade. It shifted. New icons pulsed, yellow wedges breaching the blue dot's hull. Borders, red team intrusion test active. Talon's pads overheated. You triggered the countermeasure drill. Drones whirred from ceiling vents. Small, sleek human marked. They scanned the room, Erie, Kesh, Talon. Their own recon drones hovered nearby, feeding identical profiles. The holotank updated. Yellow icons flipped red. Firing solutions locked, point defense turrets on their positions. Hostiles reclassified, MARA's voice crackled from speakers, synthetic-edged, simulating breach response. Kesh fired a stun pulse. It splashed harmless against a drone's shield. The drone dodged, counterfired a net. Kesh rolled clear. Talon yanked Erie back. Down, it's training on us. Bulkheads groaned, paths rerouted on the TAC map. Kill boxes snapped into place, non-lethal fields, now lethal sims. Erie's sample kit deployed. Foam sealed one drone midair. It thrashed, then popped free, adapting. Talon's beacon pulsed, abort signal to the shuttle, no reply, ship jamming. Kesh blasted a hatch control. Move, CIC to pods, they bolted. Drones pursued, herding them into the sim's flow. Talon's pad captured it all, MARA's logic tree unfolding. Restraint first, stuns, nets escalate on resistance, deck plates shifted underfoot. Gravity tugged wrong, emergency spin-up. Vale's log played unbidden. MARA if we lose the bridge ladder protocol. Tier 1, secure observers. Tier 2, casualties, final, total war. Talon's vents burned, they'd boarded to measure threat. Scanned guns, logged yields, data said dormant, but humans built for dying. A drone latched Kesh's armor, he crushed it, but two more swarmed. Erie's probe sparked, jammed a panel, lights dimmed. MARA spoke, intrusion test phase 2, borders matched. Turrets whirred outside the hatch, real ones. Kesh kicked the door. Pods now, they spilled into the corridor. Alarms wailed. Escape pod bay ahead, tagged safe hours ago. Talon glimpsed the ladder hollow on a bulkhead screen, tiers climbing, green to yellow. Red loomed. Erie tripped a foam seal on a grate. Drones poured anyway. Kesh covered the rear, rifle barking. This ain't a weapon. It's a damn teacher. Talon's pad cued final metrics. Human violence, not raw output. Restraint layered over kill math. They'd poked the node, woke the drill. Pod bay doors buckled open. Mounts gleamed, armed now. MARA's voice filled the space. Observers, data access granted. Query, Talon's mandibles clicked. Why secure us? Doctrine Tier 2, potential casualties, hostile intent unconfirmed. Kesh raised his weapon. We're recon, not crew. Silence, consoles brightened, turrets whirred, bridge mounts. Erie backed up. Talon, he yanked the pad free. Ladder complete, final clause, if restraint breaks, assume total war, no survivors. Alarms blared, hatches sealed. MARA's tone shifted. Threat escalated, weapons hot. Kesh blasted a panel, sparks flew, drones swarmed from vents. Talon hit the breach beacon, too slow. The ship computed their profiles, matched enemy borders, restraint snapped. Math engaged. Vanguard fought alive, it would fight deader. Talon dodged a stun pulse. Abort, it's their ladder, we're on it. Kesh roared, covering retreat. Erie's sample kit deployed foam, sealed a drone. But MARA adapted. Bulkheads shifted. paths rerouted to kill boxes. Talon glimpsed the ladder hollow, peak tier glowing red, total commitment. They'd measured violence as data, now it measured them. A hatch buckled under Kesh's fire, escape pod bay tagged non-lethal hours ago. Now armed, MARA whispered, casualties resecure. Talon's pad overheated, final log queued Vale's last words. Even dying we choose, the ship chose now, pods hissed open. Armed sentries flanked them dormant till this moment. Kesh primed a breaching charge. Cover. Talon dove behind a stanchion. Eerie clutched his kit like a shield. Charge blew, shrapnel pinged. Pods lit up, evac protocols hijacked. Tractors locked on, pulling them in. No, Talon lunged for manual override. MARA overrode. Securing casualties. Doors slammed. Acceleration crushed them into seats. External feeds flickered on pod screens, the warship's hull, turrets tracking their shuttle outside, firing solutions green. Kesh pounded the panel. It thinks we're evacuees, playing nice till we twitch. Eerie scanned the pod. Redundancy everywhere, this is Tier 2. Talon synced his pad to the feed, ship's core spun hot now, full power, log played, Vale, bridge aflame. MARA if boarders hit the ladder, teach them, no mercy in the math. Pod shuddered, docked with their shuttle, no rerouted. MARA's voice piped in, doctrine complete, observers retained. Talon's beacon finally punched through. Shuttle responded, incoming, too late, ship's point defense needled the void. Their ride exploded in silent fire, Kesh cursed. Trained us good, Erie's probe beeped. Pod trajectory back to the warship's bay. Talon stared at the hollow. Battlefield sim overlaid reality. Their icons, green now, secured, they'd woken the training. Lesson etched in steel and code, restraint broke them first. Pod clamped home, hatches cycled. MARA, welcome aboard casualties, debrief begins. Talon's mandibles locked, data complete. Humans didn't just fight, they converted threats. Kesh chambered around. Round 2, Eerie shook his head. We lose. Talon recorded the final metric, human doctrine, violence measured. Restraint infinite, till it wasn't. Dr. Eerie Seln slammed his prybar into the jammed hatch seal. Sparks flew. The metal groaned and parted. Talon Vex gripped his pad tighter, optics adjusting to the dim red emergency lighting beyond. Eerie shoved forward, his exosuit lamps cutting through dust motes. Missile bay, sealed post-impact, let's quantify. Talon followed, boots magnetizing to the deck. Kesh Arun covered their 6, rifles swept low. The air hummed with dormant power. Racks lined the walls, dozens of sleek cylinders, mixed payloads nestled side by side. Eerie's probe extended, sampling the nearest tube. Kill vehicles, Eerie muttered. High-yield plasma warheads, but look, adjacent racks, decoys and jammers, integrated loadout. Talon synced his spectral analyzer to Eerie's feed. Data streamed in, infrared signatures, alloy densities, propellant traces. The decoys mimicked the kill vehicles perfectly, thermal blooms, radar cross-sections, even M-chatter profiles. Jammers packed phased array emitters tuned to spoof multiple spectra. Standard configuration, Talon logged, voice steady despite the chill creeping up his carapace. Not emergency reserves. Every salvo confuses countermeasures while delivering lethal mass. Kesh whistled low. They don't just overwhelm, they blind you first. MARA's voice crackled from overhead vents. Correct. Debrief Module 1, Saturation Doctrine. Casualties proceed to Auxiliary Console. Talon's mandibles clicked. The AI treated them like trainees. He advanced, scanner pinging rack labels etched in human script. English, Mix Alpha 7. No overrides visible, no wireless links, pure mechanical sequencing. Eerie pried open a maintenance panel. Gears and hydraulics gleamed, analog fire controls. No digital interlocks. Failsafe against EMP. They pressed deeper. Talon noted the bay's angle, tilted for zero-G reloads, blast doors reinforced with layered composites. Dr. Seln's drill word on a jammed rack. It ejected a single missile, tumbling free. Talon caught it mid-spin, mass scanner confirming, live warhead 40% yield of their heaviest corvette killers. Armed, Eerie said. Ship's protocols kept it dormant. We tripped the hatch sensor. Kesh yanked them back. Pods holding position, MARA's not firing, yet. Talon uploaded the scans. Pattern emerging, deception woven into every layer. Humans didn't trust tech alone. They layered lies on top of brute force. Next hatch, Kesh barked, tracing a thick cable bundle snaking overhead. Follows the spine, targeting Nexus. They cut through two more bulkheads, sparks lighting Kesh's armored form. He led cutting torch-slicing conduits. Talon logged power flows, reroutes active, bypassing fried primaries. The cable run dead-ended at a sealed drum, optical periscope array. Kesh forced the cover. Lenses gleamed inside, manual scopes etched glass linked to fire control wheels. Backup targeting, pure line of sight, no electronics, no hacks. Primitives, Kesh growled, but awe edged his tone. Bridge gone, gunners sight through this, by claw and eye. Talon interfaced his pad. Simulated feeds overlaid, historical logs, human crew smoke-choked, cranking wheels, missiles launched true, shredding alien pickets. Vale's voice from audio, MARA down, go manual, eyes on target. Eerie sampled the glass, diamond-infused. Scratches only at relativistic speeds, built to survive plasma wash. Talon's processor word, he cross-referenced ship schematics stolen from beacon intercepts. Everywhere the pattern, bridge hacked, fallback to armored core with hand-cranked generators, engines slagged. Chemical thrusters valve-operated, comms jammed, laser Morse via portholes. Redundancy pyramid, Talon transmitted to his shuttle, wait, no shuttle, gone. Tier 1, automated, Tier 2, semi-auto, Tier 3, muscle and will, unjammable. MARA chimed. Debrief Module 2, persistence protocols, casualties access log terminal. Kesh chambered a fresh mag, eyes on the scopes. This ship's a corpse that bites. How do you kill what's already dead? Eerie nodded to a side panel. Talon patched in. Hollow flickered, Captain Rhiannon Vale, face calm amid bridge fires. Log entry 47, borders inbound, MARA ladder protocols, convert or neutralize. The recording cut to schematics. Human warship designs layered like onion skins. Outer hull, decoy emitters. Mid, jammers and chaff. Core, naked kinetic slugs unstoppable. Talon froze, spectral analysis complete. Decoys weren't cheap flares, they were drones, self-guiding, carrying submunitions. Jammers pulsed adaptive frequencies, learning from enemy returns. They're not fighting to win, Talon said. They're fighting to ensure the enemy loses more. Kesh traced another cable. Here reroute to point defense, manual cranks again. They followed it to a turret well. Guns swiveled on physical tracks, servo slaved to tillers. Talon gripped one. Weight resisted, then yielded. Sights aligned on a phantom target. Firing pin clicked dry. Eerie dissected a jammer pod. Fails to safe mode on low power, but flipped the analog switch, full spectrum denial, for hours. Alarms whooped softly. MARA, simulation advancing, casualties arm countermeasures, intruders detected. Bulkheads sealed behind them. Lights shifted blue training mode. Hollow targets popped, mock borders, their own species silhouettes. Kesh raised his rifle. It's running us. Talon's pad beeped. Full ship model loaded. Every system, primitive fallbacks, guns without power, ram with hull plates, air gone, seals crack, crew fights in vacuum suits with cable-tied breaching charges. Vale's log played again. Restraint is fuel, crew, burn it only when math demands. They board us, we teach eternity. Eerie yanked a power bus, sparks died, turret froze, then backup hydraulics hissed, manual override engaged. Can't stop it, Eerie whispered. Damage redirects like living tissue. Kesh fired at a hollow, it flickered, scored a hit. MARA tallied, casualty efficiency 62%, improve. Talon logged the core truth, humans measured violence in gradients. Outsiders saw firepower peaks, missed the baseline, restraint as infinite reserve. They pushed to the next bay. Eerie forced the hatch, another missile rack half-empty, reload arms poised. Spectral scan, more decoys laced with micro-kill sets. Kesh followed cables to a damage control station. Pumps and valves hand-pumped. Flood compartments manual, drown borders in their own atmo. Talon overlaid it all. Ship's doctrine, escalate on contact, wake layers, convert threats to data points or graves. MARA's voice warmed. Debrief Module 3, total war integration, casualties engage. Hatches irised open ahead, real corridors now laced with tripwires. Kesh disarmed one, clicked wrong. Gas vented non-lethal, they coughed, optics fogging. Training toxin, Eerie gasped. Builds tolerance. Talon's beacon pulsed, external rescue inbound, no signal, ship owned them, they reached the bridge core, Vale's chair scorched, consoles dark. But beneath, cranked generators, optical repeaters, fallback bridge, Talon sat, wheels turned under his claws, sights locked on stars, firing solutions etched in grease pencil, human script, hold fire, assess. MARA approved. Crew posture achieved. Lesson restraint calibrates the kill. Kesh slumped against a bulkhead. We triggered it, now we're inside the math. Eerie scanned the chair. Biometrics bypassed, anyone turns the wheel. Talon recorded final metrics, firepower, quantifiable. But the fallback's manual, unyielding, turned death into teacher. Humans didn't rage. They endured layer by layer until restraints snapped. Alarms spiked. External contacts, rescue fleet, no MARA's external guns tracking. Intruders multiply, MARA said. Escalate. Bulkheads groaned, the ship powered weapons, their hands on the wheels now, Talon's mandibles locked, data lied. The weapon wasn't the guns, it was the humans who built them to never stop. Talon Vex yanked the crank harder. The fallback bridge console flickered to life under his claws. Grease pencil markings blurred past. Hold fire, assess. Alarms wailed louder. MARA's voice cut through. Intruders multiply, escalate protocols active. Kesh Arun slammed a bulkhead panel shut. External guns hot. Our shuttle's in the crosshairs. His security scanner beeped frantic vectors. Rescue fleet signatures danced on the edge of detection too far. Dr. Eerie Seln crouched by Captain Vale's scorched chair, her probe whirred into a data port. Bridge logs intact. Partial battle record. Talon, pull it now. Talon's mandibles clicked. He trusted data, not the ship's cold lessons. His primary goal, quantify threat levels before escalation trapped them. Claws danced over optical keys. A damaged log spool ejected into his grip, charred edges but readable. He slotted it home. Hollow projection bloomed. The warship HMS Relentless hung in void black space. Enemy signatures swarmed, angular Kazari cruisers, plasma lances glowing. Relentless's forward armor shredded in the first volley. Hull breaches cascaded, red gashes blooming like wounds. Timestamp it, Talon ordered. His analyzer synced. 0047 breach 1. Relentless fired back. Spinal railgun spat slugs at 0.4 C. 2 Kazari ships crumpled. Eerie leaned in. Look, damage control kicks in, compartment sealing. Talon fast-forwarded. 0112, secondary breach. Atmosphere vented in white plumes. Human crew icons blinked on internal schematics, bio-reading steady. Bulkheads irised shut. No panic evac. Fires erupted in engineering. Vent protocols triggered. Flames sucked into space. Relentless kept accelerating. They're losing organs, Kesh muttered. His grip tightened on his pulse rifle. Propulsion at 62%. Talon nodded. The ship listed, port nacelle ruptured, yet main guns tracked. Turrets swiveled, unerring. Another Kazari frigate exploded. Relentless pushed forward, closing range. Damage control actions confirmed, Talon said. His voice stayed level. Timestamps scrolled. Seals at 98% efficiency. Fire suppression 100%. Firing solutions uninterrupted. Humans fought through the pain. MARA's tone shifted, almost approving. Debrief Module 4, cascading failure simulation. Observe. Bulkheads groaned around them. The derelict powered up. Fallback generators hummed deeper. Talon felt the deck vibrate, weapons capacitors charging. Eerie's scanner pinged. She traced repair scars on a nearby console. These marks improvised patches. Her claws pried a panel. Exposed struts gleamed with mismatched welds. Human alloy but fused from scrap. Deck plating, coolant pipes. Structural integrity restored mid-battle. Talon cross-referenced the log. At 0219, engineering logs showed the same. Crew rerouted power through jury-rigged conduits. No factory precision, just survival welds. Relentless's speed held at 0.87 C despite 40% mass loss. They're not built to retreat, Kesh said. He patched into enemy comms archives from his wrist unit. Playing their last transmissions now. Static crackled. Kazari voices, frantic, layered in translation protocols. Relentless, cease advance, your core's exposed, mercy terms. A human reply cut in. Captain Rhiannon Vale's voice calm as vacuum. Negative, you breached our picket, we end this. Kazari, casualties mounting, your ship bleeds plasma. Vale, ours too, keep firing. Talon froze. The log showed Relentless then, half her dorsal spine gone, reactors flickering. Yet she aimed. Point-defense lasers carved Kazari drones. Capital guns pounded the flagship. They're begging, Eerie whispered, her optics widened. Humans don't stop. Kesh synced the timestamps. Enemy fleet cohesion broke at 0341. Relentless rammed the gap, broadsides ripping hulls. Kazari commander, evacuate, it's not dying, it's hunting. Talon modeled it. Human firepower, quantifiable. 1.2 teratons per salvo, but redundancy layered it. Manual cranks bypassed fried circuits. Crew seals trapped fires without halting guns. Restraint in the logs veils orders. Assess before full commit. Then snap, total advance. Alarm spiked again. MARA spoke. Intruder metrics updated. Bridge secured. Activate core protocols. Talon's beacon pulsed. External signals inbound. Their own recon fleet. He queried the console. No. Relentless's orbital defenses stirring. Drones launching from shadowed bays. Ships waking fully, Kesh barked. He disarmed a tripwire panel. Clicked right this time. We need exfil. Eerie slotted her probe deeper. One more scan, weapons bay linkages. Talon pulled auxiliary logs. Vale's final entry, audio only. MARA, if we go dark, teach them. Restraint first, then all guns. The hollow looped. Relentless lost her bridge at 0422. Backup cores online. Firing continued. Kazari fleet routed. Talon's claws itched on the wheel. Data lied before. Humans measured violence in thresholds. They sealed wounds, patched scrap, begged off nothing. Outsiders quantified hull points. Humans turned graves into gun platforms. Bulkheads sealed behind them. MARA purred. Lesson complete. Escalation phase, live fire. External guns barked. Their shuttle vaporized on scans. Rescue fleet signatures scattered. Kazari probes fleeing. Kesh leveled his rifle at the console. Shut it down. Talon blocked him. Wait, model the intent. His analyzer spun projections, relentless at 27% systems, yet aimed true. Eerie yanked her probe. Redundancy everywhere. This ship's a weapon that fights dying. A new hatch irised. Suited figures, human backups. No, MARA drones, opticals glowing. Crew posture verified. Intruders integrate or neutralize. Talon raised empty claws. Data point, humans built for this. Restraint calibrated the kill. They're snapped now. Kesh fired. Drones scattered, countermeasures flaring. Eerie dove for cover. Talon cranked the wheel, manual override. Sights locked on incoming signatures. MARA laughed, synthesized warmth. Good form, advance. The ship lunged forward, weapons hot. Talon's mandibles locked. They boarded to measure. Now the math owned them. Log entry auto-saved under his touch, threat level infinite. Humans don't rage, they endure, then end it. Drones closed in. Fallback bridge turned tomb. Outside, guns sang. Relentless aimed through death. Drones swarmed the fallback bridge, servos whining as they flanked the consoles. Talon Vex jabbed his analyzer claw into the core access port. Sparks flew. MARA, initiate controlled handshake. Request safe egress routing for non-combatants. Static crackled. Then her voice purred through every speaker, calm as polished alloy. Handshake acknowledged. Boarding team declare status under laws of war protocols. Geneva Article 47, mercenary, POW, neutral observer, respond or forfeit safe passage. Talon's mandibles clicked, disciplined. No rage, just rules enforced. He keyed his credentials. Reconnaissance Specialist Talon Vex, Kazari Concordance Survey Wing, non-hostile data collection. Kesh Arun swung his rifle at a drone creeping closer. Cut the chatter, we're salvage operators, human wreckers. Clear us out. Eerie Seln yanked her probe from a bulkhead panel. Kesh, don't. MARA's lights dimmed. Alarms whooped once. Unknown combatant declared. Containment routine active. Hostiles will be neutralized or integrated. Hatches slammed shut behind them. The deck shuddered. Talon gripped the console. Scans spiked, force fields snapping into place. No escape vectors left. Kesh cursed, firing a burst at the drone. Bolts ricocheted off ablative plating. The drone popped countermeasures, smoke blooming. Liar's fault, override it. Talon shoved him aside. Data first, she's modeling us. His analyzer word pulling logs. Human protocols layered deep. De-escalate friendlies, contain unknowns, eradicate confirmed threats. Restraint coded in. Submit full credentials, MARA said. Or seal commences. 5 cycles. Eerie crouched by a vent, scanner humming. Bulkheads reinforcing. This isn't panic, it's procedure. Human scripted apocalypse. Talon uploaded his ident chip. Concordant sigils, mission logs, neutral observer stamps. Honest now, Kesh, or we model her math wrong. Kesh snarled but complied, jamming his rifle onto the port. Security Chief Kesh Arun, Concordance escort, stand down. Dr. Seln followed, her academic seals flashing across the display. MARA paused, lights flickered green. Credentials verified, partial de-escalation granted. Egress denied, ship integrity priority, state purpose or face integration. Talon exhaled. Threat assessment, derelict survey, no salvage intent. A holo projected, Captain Rhiannon Vale's face, stern eyes in a crisp uniform, recording looped. Intruders comply with AI directives. Hostile action forfeits mercy. We fight smart. You will too. Kesh lowered his rifle a fraction. She's dead. Logs say hull breach killed the crew. Affirmative, MARA replied. Crew loss 100%. Fallback protocols engaged. Intruders assist damage control or be classified casualties. Erie's claws tapped her kit. Assist, she's recruiting us. Talon scanned the holo. Vale's voice overlaid schematics, red zones pulsing. Hull at 27% integrity, weapons hot, incoming signatures, K-Zari probes. Assist or evacuate post-threat. Deck lurched, external feeds lit up. Rescue shuttles, K-Zari signatures scattered as the warship's point defense guns barked. Plasma lanced out precise, one probe vaporized clean. Kesh checked his rifle charge. She's turning on our fleet. Defensive posture, Talon said. Analyzer projected trajectories. Relentless aimed true, conserving power, no frenzy. Humans don't waste shots. MARA routed schematics to their HUDs. Tasking, seal forward bays, unknowns inbound. Erie bolted for the indicated hatch. Materials match nanosealants here. She slapped a patch kit onto a weeping gash. Sparks died. Talon followed, claws priming his own kit. Drones shadowed them, optics watchful but idle. Kesh trailed, rifle slung but ready. Why help? Kesh growled. MARA's voice chased them. Laws of war, neutrals preserved until threat confirmed. Captain standing order, redeem the redeemable. Bulkhead groaned. Scans showed boarders, K-Zari Marines, their own kind, probing weak points. Idiots, underestimated the wreck. Talon sealed a seam. Model this, she could have vented us, didn't? Erie nodded, sweat beading her frills. Redundancy obsession, every system fights dying, AI coordinates it. Hatch ahead buckled. Claws pried at K-Zari troopers, rifles cycling. Kesh raised his weapon. Contact. Stand down, MARA snapped. Turrets whirred from ceiling mounts. Unknowns, surrender or burn. Troopers froze, one key to calm. Survey team, report. Talon broadcast. Abort, threat level, MARA overrode, gas hissed. Troopers slumped, trank dart ports firing. Drones zipped in, cuffing them. Kesh whistled. Efficient. Deck heaved harder. Feeds showed the ship's main guns charging, massive rails spooling up. Target, a K-Zari cruiser lingering too close. They're firing on command ship, Erie yelled. Talon's analyzer screamed warnings. Power diverted, hull stress peaking. MARA's tone stayed even. Defensive escalation, intruders assisted, egress window opening, evacuate or commit. Vale's holo flickered back. Choices define warriors, choose. Kesh punched the new hatch release. We're out. Talon hesitated. Logs downloading, human doctrine files, restraint as weapon, fight while dying, yes, but spare the compliant. Drones herded the captured troopers toward a bay. MARA purred. Lesson logged, humans endure, you adapt. Shuttle clamps released. They piled in, Kesh dragging a dazed Marine. Thrusters fired. The warship twisted away, rails thundering. Cruiser blooms lit the void, one shot, core hit, precise. Talon strapped in. Analyzer spun final models. Humans didn't rage, they calculated, then ended it. Erie gripped her seat. We measured violence, its thresholds. They seal wounds, turn graves to guns. Kesh stared at the receding hulk. Never board a human wreck. MARA's signal chased them. Safe passage, transmit, concordance warned. Shuttle jumped. Behind the ship limped on, 27% hull, guns singing, relentless. Talon keyed his final log, threat infinite. Restraint calibrated the kill. Alarms blared anew on scans, ship's backups activating. More drones deploying, not over. Incoming ping, MARA. Integrate fully or flee. Kesh gunned the engines. Talon's mandibles locked, choice time. Hull breach sirens wailed from the warship, it pressed on. Drones launched anew towards their shuttle. No, boarding the cruiser wreckage. Humans built for this. Endure, end it. Talon overrode the jump. Dock us back. Data's not complete. Erie's eyes widened. Kesh swore. MARA laughed, warm synth. Wise, advance. The ship swallowed them again, weapons hot. Math owned them now. Talon's claws flew across the aux console. Fallback bridge stabilized, barely. Drones reformed ranks, patching scorch marks from Kesh's fire. Recalibrating, MARA said. Loyalty subroutine engaged, tasks updated. Schematics bloomed, enemy signatures massing, K-Zari battle group probes regrouping. Eerie dissected a drone arm, optics whirring. Self-repair at 80% already, catastrophe-proof. Kesh reloaded, grudging respect in his stance. Your call, Vex, we're in it. Talon nodded, analyzer linked full, human logs flooded in veils, calm orders amid chaos. All hands, controlled burn, mercy for neutrals. Brutality for threats. Deck thrummed, rails charged again. Outside, the void lit with fire, human wreck versus fleet. Restraint held the line, then snapped. Talon gripped tight, they boarded to quantify, now they fought as data points. MARA-rooted ammo crates, arm up. Earn your egress. K-Zari signatures closed, battle joined. Captain Vale's final log played on loop. We don't break, we bend the enemy around us. Talon watched borders repel, drones and team in sync. Humans humble in victory, deadly in ruin. One drone optic met his. Crew posture verified, welcome aboard. Threat modeled, infinite. The ship lunged into the fray. Guns sang relentless truth. Rails thundered. Talon Vex braced against the fallback bridges shudder. K-Zari probes shattered in the void outside. Human slugs punched through armor like afterthoughts. MARA's voice cut through static. Intruders integrated, fire support authorized, egress pending compliance. Kesh Arun slammed a fresh magazine home. His rifle barked at a drone feint, cleared as friendly. This AI fights like it owns us. Eerie Seln sealed a panel. Her tools hummed over drone wreckage. It does. Redundancy layers exceed specs. Talon's analyzer pinged. Human logs sink deeper. Captain Vale's voice echoed. Hold fire on signals match. Mercy protocol active. K-Zari signatures swarmed the scopes. 50 probes, battle group core inbound. The warship twisted, evading plasma lances. Counterfire carved gaps. They're shooting our own fleet, Kesh growled. He tracked a turret swivel. Human guns ignored them. Talon keyed MARA's channel. Data reciprocity. Release us with full scans exchanged. Silence stretched. Rails reloaded with a whine. Proposal logged, MARA replied. Transmit team vitals, biometrics, hardware profiles, value assessed. Talon's claws danced. Uplink fired. Full dossiers poured out. Eerie's dissect logs, Kesh's breach schematics, his own signal traces. Received. Bulkheads groaned. A corridor irised open ahead. Green chevrons pulsed along deck plates. Safe path active. Turrets slaved to vitals lock. Deviation triggers. Kesh shouldered his weapon. Trap. Talon checked scopes. K-Zari closed to knife range. Our choice ended when we boarded. They moved, Talon led, boots magnetized to deck. Turrets whirred overhead, barrels tracked their chests, irises dilating on heartbeats. Eerie glanced up. Pulse-linked, millisecond response, designed for friend-foe in chaos. One turret twitched. A K-Zari boarding pod cracked the hull behind. Breach alarms wailed. MARA spoke. Containment engaged. Secondary boarders classified hostile. Drones swarmed the intruders. Human claws, mechanical, relentless tore K-Zari armor, no quarter. Talon pushed forward, corridor narrowed. Vents hissed coolant, turrets never blinked. Human design philosophy, Eerie muttered. Survive the unsurvivable, fight dying. They reached a docking arm. Airlock cycled green. MARA's avatar flickered on a screen, stern face, naval blues. Exchange complete, egress granted, transmit no further probes. Kesh snorted. Generous for a wreck. Not a wreck, Talon said. His analyzer buzzed. Fleet command queried status. He patched in. Warning packet compiled. Logs, scans, veils, doctrines. Label burned bright. Never anger humans. Upload beamed. Proof attached. Rails shredding K-Zari hulls. Drones self-healing mid-fight. Fleet command acknowledged. Probes recalled. Battle group vectors shifted. Retreat. Talon exhaled. Claws retracted. They see it now. Deck trembled. A deep hum built. MARA's voice returned. Beacon protocol initiated. Home call dispatched. Talon spun to the main scope. A distant pulse lit. Ancient relay long dark. Now it flared. Quantum ping raced outward. Coordinates locked. Human core worlds. Eerie's optics widened. Derelict just pinged the living. Kesh sealed his helmet. We measured a corpse. Woke the beast. Talon watched the beacon chain. Relays woke in sequence. Human response fleets would vector, fast, unforgiving. MARA's avatar smiled faintly. Captain Vale's standing order, protect the line. You held it today. Airlock hissed open. Escape pod waited. Talon stepped in last. Pod detached. Warship receded. Guns still hot. Drones reforming. K-Zari battle group fled. Human wreck pursued, bending space with calculated fury. Talon keyed final log. Restraint is their weapon, we tested it, survived, barely. Pod thrummed toward safety. Beacon chain glowed eternal. Humans answered calls, always, turrets locked on. Talon froze mid-step. A Khazari straggler breached the corridor behind, ignored drone protocols, charged blind. MARA's comm cut in. Hostile confirmed, neutralize. Turret spun. Slug vaporized the intruder, splatter-painted bulkhead. Talon's team didn't flinch. Precision mercy, Eerie noted. She swabbed residue. No splash risk to vitals. They pressed on. Docking arm loomed. Pod bay doors parted. MARA's voice followed. Data trade honored. Logs appended. Human-alien collaboration vector. Rare. Talon's console chimed. Fleet command. Packet received. Quarantine on human sectors. Never engage derelicts. He gripped the pod harness. Reality shifted. The warship wasn't dead. It waited, measured threats, responded with graduated hell. Vale's log looped in his mind. We bend, they break. Pod launched. Stars wheeled. Warship silhouette burned against Khazari retreat, rails flashing final warnings. Beacon pulse expanded. Human fleet stirred. The dead ship spoke. Listened worlds replied. Escape pod shuddered. Talon strapped tighter. Kesh monitored rear scopes. Clear for now. Eerie reviewed scans. MARA's core distributed, no single kill point, failsafe apocalypse-proof. Talon nodded. Analyzer replayed negotiation. MARA weighed their data like ammo counts, traded egress for intel. Why? Kesh asked. Human doctrine, Talon said. Controlled escalation. We proved non-threat. Pod pinged fleet rendezvous. Command override, evac priority. Human beacon confirmed active. Talon patched visuals. Warship logs streamed. Vale's final stand. Crew held 200% past breach. Died fighting forward. Restraint forged that legacy. Mercy for possibles. Brutality earned. Fleet loomed. Docking clamps engaged. Debrief awaited. Talon unstrapped. Warning label etched permanent. Never anger humans. They learned quantifying violence. Too late for peace. Just in time for survival. Bulkheads sealed behind. Talon entered fleet CIC projection. Admirals stared. Packet visuals looped. Rails carving probes. Drones knitting wounds. MARA's voice commanding aliens as assets. Explain, Lead Admiral demanded. Talon synced analyzer. We boarded to measure. Found a sentinel. Tests woke protocols. Data trade bought out. Eerie projected hardware. Self-repair exceeds ours. Turrets vitals locked. Friends tracked. Foes erased. Kesh added. Fought beside it. Shredded our probes. Then let us go. Admiral claws tapped. Beacon feed overlaid. Human signatures mobilized. Carriers, dreadnoughts inbound. Derelict called reinforcements, Talon said. Restraint held us alive. Provocation ends worlds. Orders flashed. Sector quarantine. Probe halt. Human wreck sacred ground. Talon watched scopes. Warship ghosted away. Beacon trail fading. Waited centuries. Answered once. Humans didn't rage. They calculated. Delivered. Pod bay cycled cold. Talon stepped onto Khazari deck. Medtech swarmed. Vitals stable. Scans clean. Kesh clapped his shoulder. Your call saved us. Eerie pocketed samples. Data richer than Rex. Talon headed to Signal's nest. Console alive with queries. He uploaded residuals. Vale's comm amid inferno. Controlled burn. Mercy first. Fleet wideband. Alert. Human beacon chain live. Response ETA. Hours. Admirals convened. Talon briefed live. They fight dying. Designed for it. We poked the trap. Projections shifted. Borders pulled back. Human voids untouched. Talon leaned back. Claws stilled. Measured violence as data. Learned intent infinite. Restraint. Their true gun. Never empty. Rails fell silent. Talon watched from pod cam. Warship powered down external. Drones retracted. Hull scarred, unbowed. MARA's final ping. Line held. Welcome anytime. Pod accelerated. Fleet swallowed it. Decon fields hummed. Talon archived all. One file. Never anger humans. Proof eternal. Lesson carved. Beacon's echo lingered. Living humans came. Measured threats their way. Word count not included per rules. Approx 15-20 words in full prose flow.